The main purpose of the project was to replace the old Showman Arch Bridge, been over Raccoon Creek here since about 1835. It was originally built as an aqueduct for the feeder canal to the Ohio and Erie Canal. It had quite the lifespan as a canal bridge, the railroad bridge, and ultimately a roadway bridge.
The bridge itself was 150, 160 years old, so a new alternative, new bridge was needed, and the city was also looking to support some of the economic development opportunities of the area.
There were 6 studies done from the 1970s until we got involved just on different aspects of how to improve this corridor. We got under contract with the city of Newark in 2014 to do the feasibility study.
As we worked through some of the issues, some of the right-of-way acquisition, and some of the environmental aspects of it, finally got started in construction and then primarily finished construction up in 2024.
And the third alternative was what was ultimately built, a new roadway that could connect Thornwood Drive directly to the new interchange at Thornwood Crossing and Route 16.
We wanted to have free-flowing traffic through the bridge and through this intersection as much as possible. The roundabout was definitely the way for us to do that. The view here is totally different. There was a sharp curve that curved to the east on Reddington Road previously. Behind where the roundabout is, there were 2 houses that sat there, so we ended up purchasing those 2 houses to be able to realign the roadway, build the roundabout, and then build the approach down to the new bridge.
The Showman Arch Bridge on Cherry Valley Road will remain in place. The city agreed as part of the environmental process to maintain that as much as possible as a structure. It is permanently closed to traffic. The bridge itself will stay in place, but it will no longer be open to vehicles or even to pedestrians. Our folks did a tremendous job looking at FEMA's current hydraulic model for Raccoon Creek, found several deficiencies in it, found that the floodway was much wider than it needed to be as a regulatory floodway. We were able to optimize the floodway to make the whole floodplain and the bridge shorter, which helped the project quite a bit, made it less costly, less problematic to get across the floodplain, which allowed us to make the bridge shorter than it would have been otherwise.
We knew we would have to impact the gas line in some form or fashion, and originally when we approached the gas company, we thought we would impact them in a very minimal way, maybe a few $100,000 on the alignment that we were looking at. As we got further in design, that impact grew and the cost associated with that impact grew. The design team looked at it and thought, well, we could realign the roadway such that the project would be more successful and cost less as opposed to impacting the gas line. And we worked it out with the gas line. We still had to protect them during construction, but it wasn't nearly as impactful as what we thought.
One of the big hurdles we had to get through was there was a Native American site right about where the roundabout is today. It had been previously identified. No one knew the exact extent of it, so we had to get that cleared environmentally, and Lawhon Associates did a tremendous job doing archaeological surveys and getting the artifacts recovered and curated. If we couldn't have gotten that done, the project may not have been built.
In the end, a lot of the artifacts were saved and cataloged by ODOT folks, and we were able to clear the site and move forward with construction after that.
It's obviously replaced a bridge that has served its lifespan and then some, but it also is going to serve as kind of that linchpin to help connect the corridor to the major east-west route, State Route 16. So it's definitely a key component to helping the long-term plans of the community.
This project is one piece of the puzzle. As we continue going down to the south, we'll continue to improve Thornwood Drive. The growth in this western part of Newark is not going to stop anytime soon.
We've had several major sub-consultants help us. We had Lawhon Associates, ADR and Associates helped us with the lighting design, and Smart Services did the field surveys and the right-of-way plans. We had T2 utility engineers do subsurface utility locating, and Heritage Land Services helped with the right-of-way acquisition. So many parties involved.
Communication is the biggest thing, to be able to pull everybody together that's needed from the utility side of things, from the funding side of things. The ODOT folks were just terrific with helping us through the track process to gain funding for the project.
The big part of getting a project this complex to the finish line is to constantly talk amongst all the people involved with the design and approval process, having just to establish great relationship and levels of trust amongst everybody involved.
Partnering with the city, partnering with Gannett Fleming and their team, everyone coming together. Once you see the end result, once you see a new bridge and you see the roundabout operating the way it does give you some satisfaction. As you just keep with it, just keep solving problems, and it'll come to fruition.